Hey guys, what's going on? This is Eurymachus, and today I have another review for you guys, the G18. All right, so first of all, what inspired me to review this weapon is the Barrett 93. I was kind of inspired because like it's a machine pistol, quote unquote, but this is Nixon, so they didn't make it too overpowered. I don't really think that this is too great. I prefer the burst. I mean, not the burst. I prefer the single fire to the burst fire, but I'll get a little bit more into that later. And I'm got a lot of negative things to say about this gun, and it's a really average gun. But considering its price, it's 900 freaking GP. It's overpriced as heck, and you have to be a second LT3 in order to buy it. So I don't recommend it. Because of the price. Maybe if it were 400, yeah, I guess I'll pay a extra 100 so I can have this burst fire mode. All right, so actually I found this quite surprising because with the burst fire mode, I found that I fired faster than when I was using like single fire. But the only beef I had with it is that in between shots, overall it's actually slower. But if you do like single shots and stuff, like one trigger tap compared to for burst to single fire, the bursting is faster. But in terms of total overall, the and I just I just got knifed. The terms of total overall, how many bullets you can put out in a single clip, in how long, the single is I found to be easier to use and faster. All right, so first of all, the G18 can be purchased at a rank of second LT3, so that's really high. Not many people have gone to that high, but as the times go on, more and more people reach that fairly high rank. If you don't know, it is the butter bar or the gold bar with the 3 next to it. So it's pretty up there. Alright, so the gun that I found this most closely related to, a gun that I've already used, was the G23, except I felt like it was just a freaking, it was a overpriced G23 with a burst fire just slapped on it. Alright, so at first I didn't really think about it, but the burst fire mode actually helps with spread, but it doesn't really help so much with aiming, and it doesn't really, I mean, it makes recoil less, but it doesn't. I mean, not recoil. It makes the spread less, spread 1 and spread 2 less, but it doesn't make the overall like recoil recovery, I guess you could say, because like you technically tap fire this weapon. I mean, you technically tap fire not this weapon, regular pistols. All right, so the stats. This weapon has 2 firing modes, burst and single, if I hadn't told you already. All right, so the damage on it is a 33, portability 90, rate of fire 45, accuracy 60, and recoil 60. Now compared to the G23, damage 33, so that's the same. Portability 90, that's the same. Rate of fire 45, that's the same. Accuracy 60, that's the same. And recoil 60, that's the same. So it's exactly the same, except this the G18 just has the burst mode on it. Now what I have to say is if you guys have lagging computers, because I used to have like a crappy computer, 2.1 gigahertz, and I had like a god awful graphics card. It could barely play Combat Arms, but it didn't meet the recommended, but it met the minimum. Alright, so enough about that. So if you're using a pretty crappy computer, you'll know that sometimes your pistol jams. Now this will only jam in between bursts, but if you can put down 3 bullets in the time that your computer would take to put out 1, that would be the biggest plus about this weapon for people with bad computers. Hooray! Alright, and another thing is the spread, as I said. So as you can see, as I change from single to... When you switch from burst to single, the spread actually gets more, like the size of the crosshair, and also shooting as fast as I can, it also makes the spread of the bullets just a little bit worse. But that's because the burst it's at a consistent rate, so it'll recover at a consistent rate. And also when you're like there's more time in between the bursting, as I said earlier. Now, oh, by the way, this is a G23 carbon black. I'm not going to really do a review on it because I found it to be exactly like the G23 except with a different skin. It's got the green stuff on it. But I will review its NX Rare version when I get around to it. Alright, so enough of that side note. The G18, I found it to perform better on a single firing mode because I found I got more consistent headshots. Even though it does burst, I don't think, like, it doesn't really, like, when I'm using pistol, I don't really like a lot of, like, I want it to have most of my engagements be close quarters. So if I'm doing close quarters, I'm going to try to aim for the head. Now, the problem with the burst mode is that a lot of times, like, if you miss the head the first time, oh my goodness, it is so hard to aim the gun after you shoot it one time when you're in burst mode because those 3 bullets give you enough time, give your enemy enough time just to rape you in the face. As you can see, like right here, G18 is just, it's pretty frustrating, but I found the single firing mode, as I said, to be to be much better than the burst firing mode, just because it's aiming and speed. It's really key to winning those gunfights. Alright, so you gotta hurry up and get on to the comments. Alright, so oh, by the way, be sure to tell me what you think about the HMR 1860, I believe, for a chance for it to be in the next the HR 1860, my bad. That's the upgraded version of the M14, I think. Be sure to leave a comment below for a chance to be in my next video. Alright, first of all, Google JSE said no NX, probably never. Oh wait, sorry. G18, what a lovely sucky pistol. Its burst mode is practically useless because its ammo runs out really fast and it's 3 to 4 kills. So by using the burst mode, you have perfect aiming, making the 3-bullet burst is even more useless, though it's good accuracy. I recommend to use a USB or a G23, but I use my lovely permanent ALE gun. Jealous. Smiley face. Don't use the G18's burst mode unless you have a perfect aiming. And by the way, it's Google JSE. Alright, so Louis Fox says the G18 is a G23 with a 3-shot burst. It is good for finishing your opponent when you run out of ammo, and there it is. Very true. I find this to be a better backup weapon in terms of finishing off if I've already lit them, because 1 3-round bursts into that sucker and they're like dead if you're in close quarters. Like you run out of a G23 G3060 or ammo or some crap like that, and right here I just fail knife. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'm gonna be putting on a TF2 video. Hooray for my 100th video, and I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys later. Peace.